Hello, and welcome to episode 46 of An Inquisitive Crafter. Is it 46? Yes, my name is Susie, and I am coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area where I live with my 3 kiddos and my husband and a cat. Today is Sunday, May 18th, and I hope you guys had a great few weeks. I took a little bit of time off. I hadn't finished anything, truthfully, and so I felt guilty about videoing and haven't finished anything. But now I have finished a couple of things, and it's been enough time. I'm ready. So let's get into it. First of all, you can find me on Ravelry. I'm S. Moten on Ravelry for Susie Moten. I am an Inquisitive Crafter on Instagram, although truthfully I haven't been doing too much social media just because I've been doing a lot of reading. Oh, of course, the clock is sounding. Let's see what time it says it is. It's 9:42. So that's our 42 after. And apparently that's how many cuckoos you get for 9 o'clock. Okay. Anyway, I have finished. Well, the first thing I have finished, I do not have, but I'll put pictures up. I have finished the Summer Stripes Bucket Hat by Yarnspirations Design Studio, mashed with Valerie's Summer Sun Hat by Doriana Rivelli. I started this the week before Mother's Day, or a few days before Mother's Day anyway, and I wanted to make a new hat for my mom. She's very crochet worthy when it comes to hats and things for her head, for sure. She does not like wind getting in her ears, and she's been wearing my hats that I've made her to church, and I thought, oh, she needs like a new hat. So I saw a version of the Summer Stripes bucket hat that I really loved, and I wanted to kind of imitate that with cotton yarn that I had in my stash. That was really important. I didn't want to buy anything. I have so much yarn, I'm trying to get rid of it, or use it mostly. I started the hat. The hat is a lot of single crochet, which is not my favorite stitch when I'm in a hurry, and I, of course, have a more exalted opinion of how fast I crochet, and then it didn't happen. So I thought, this isn't working out. Let me switch to my tried and true favorite, Valerie's Summer Sun Hat by Doriana Rivelli. I've made a lot of those, like 5 or 6 of those hats, and they're really easy, and I love them, and they look good, and so I just think they're perfect for summer. So I switched over to that, and it worked out well. It did look a little weird to me to have the single crochet of the Summer Stripes bucket hat versus the half double crochet, I think it's half double, of the, and then the chain stuff for Valerie's Summer Sun Hat, but whatever. It ended up being a little too tall, so I didn't like that part. I'm contemplating, I saw something, like a quick video on YouTube that said, yes, you can cut your crochet. So I think I'm gonna try to cut off the top few rounds, and so that, I don't know, I'm thinking about it, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it alone and make her another hat because her birthday's coming up. So I had a flower made from a class I took at DFW Fiberfest on, I can't remember who taught it now, on how to make crochet motifs, I guess, flower motifs. And I'd had an existing flower that was with the yarn that I was trying to use up. And so I took that flower and put it on there, and then I had these cute, I don't have them here, these cute handmade by, in a line for your name. And anyway, it's a button. a big, but like what, that big. So I stuck that button in the middle of there and gave that to my mom, and it looks pretty good. I just have to pull it down on her head really hard, because otherwise it pooches up at the top. But I'll put pictures here so you can see it. And that was a good project and used up quite a bit of yarn. The next thing that mostly finished, is the float tote by Gnoddy. And I say mostly finished because I have the float tote done. This was all, okay, I'm trying to see what I did here. This was all like cotton I had in my stash. So here is the float tote. You hold it double. So I used up some different browns that I had for the bottom, the base, and then just a brown I just crocheted from the inside of the ball and the outside of the ball, or cake, for that. And then I had this beautiful teal color, did the same thing. And then I held two similar yarns together, and then I did inside and outside of another skein, and then what's the edging? Oh, I learned how to do, not the crab stitch. I knew how to do the crab stitch for the edging, but there's a reverse single crochet where you start your single crochet, twist your hook all the way around, and keep going. That way you can go the regular direction of crochet, which is like reading from right to left. Nope, sorry, left to right is reading. Right to left is usually how you crochet or knit. This way you can keep one that way, because on the crab stitch you crochet left to right. But I wanted to try this other method, and it worked pretty good. I think it looks decent, gives an edging. I think these were two different yarns together, maybe. And then you also crochet a tray insert, and then 3 yarn cups. So I've got the tray insert done. I've got the yarn cups. This is for knitting or crocheting color work. And these 2 cups aren't attached yet. And this cup is poorly attached. The problem is, she specifies in the pattern, make sure you get the metallic snaps that you don't have to sew. I didn't even know they made metallic snaps that you have to sew. So I just ordered metallic snaps, a bunch of them, and they're the sewing ones. I thought they were just the clippy ones. I tried to sew them poorly again, because I don't like to sew with cotton yarn. It's too thick, so it doesn't magnetize very well. And they're really hard to sew because I'm lazy and I need to just get some needle and thread instead of using a crochet darning needle, which has a huge eye and doesn't fit through the snap very well. So anyway, that's a future me project, but I've labeled this done, and I'm not doing any color work right now because we still have 2 weeks left of school. There is my How to Train Your Dragon progress keeper that a student gave me. More on that later. Look, he looks purple. I don't know his name, but you'll see him again. Anyway, so that's the float tote. I was really happy to make that. Boy, that hurt my hands. That hurt my hands, which is why it took so long. I started that when did I start that? That's on another note. On like the 4th of April, and I just finished it last weekend. So the weekend of Mother's Day in the United States. I'm drinking coffee with no added sugar like that you would scoop in, but it does have, I don't know who makes this, Coffee Mate, coconut creamer. Oh my gosh, that's so good. It's my 2nd bottle. It's gonna be my last bottle. I need to stop, but it's really good. Makes me very happy. Okay, I'm looking at my podcast journal notes here. So that's 2 finished objects. Very proud of myself. I am working on, try not to crinkle, there's some crinkly stuff next to me. I am working on my Fearless DK Weight Socks by Denise DeSantis, who is Earth Tones Girl on YouTube. And I was, this has been, okay, first of all, I love this Shadow Wrap heel. Looks so good. I've finished one sock. I think I showed that last time. There's one sock. And I realize I'm really bad about showing like my progress keepers and things. So this is a Dornets, I believe. And then I'm keeping track of every 10 rounds so that this sock will equal out. Well, I had finished the heel. I almost finished the heel, maybe finished the heel, and then I dropped it. Oh, I was still working on the heel, and I dropped a whole bunch of stitches. And I don't know how to fix stitches in the Shadow Wrap heel if you drop them. Like I dropped a lot. So I ripped it all back and started over. And the reason I dropped a whole bunch of stitches is because I took this to a concert, a high school orchestra concert, where I wasn't doing anything but observing. But I did go back stage and then came back out with this bag. Went backstage to help clean up and then came back out to watch their end of year slideshow. And my yarn got hooked on a door handle and ripped a needle out. And I was making a yarn line, tripwire, like many feet. A kid said, "Oh, excuse me," and showed me. And I was like, oh, well. So then I had to rip out the heel because I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm very happy. I just finished. I finished the heel and I've done 10 rounds of the foot. So should finish this pretty soon. I hope it is my car and out and about knitting. It is good stuff. Okay. But I really like that heel because you don't have any, like once you're done with the heel, it's not like a heel flap where then you have to turn the heel and then you have to put in the gusset decreases. Like you just finish the heel and it's done. That's so cool. And then I saw there's another type of Shadow Wrap heel, like a deep Shadow Wrap heel that somebody else does. So I'm going to research that this summer and see if I like that better. I think it's for people that have high insteps, and I think I have a high instep. Okay, I am working on Gnoddy the Gnome guided knit along, hosted by, Sarah Shira. Let me pause this a second. Okay, I paused it because I was hitting a bag of something I want to show you, and I just decided to take it out of the bag so it wouldn't crinkle. Okay, so this is a knit along for her The Gnomes of Nimblewood book, and we are doing Gnoddy, the ear flap gnome, and I am using Yarnable yarn from Hypnotic Yarns. Yarnable is their subscription, monthly subscription. I don't know what month these are from, but here is all I've done. Week 2 starts today, and I'm not done with week 1. So I've done there's a lot of ends, sorry. I've done the ear flaps and the brim, and now I'm working on the hat. And then I don't know what to do for, where's the bag for this? I don't know what to do for the body because I really want that, like a teal. I want that. But I don't know that I have that. So what I decided on was, I pulled it out somewhere. I decided on this, which is from November's Yarnable. And I think that'll be okay, but it won't be as standout-y as this because there are these colors kind of in the skein. My lighting's not too good today, even though I have my ring light and an overhead light and my knitting light on. So I don't know, but I'm just going to keep going. My initial intention of this was to give this to my niece, which I still might do because she used to want to be a pilot, and I think the ear flap hats look like pilot hats. But we'll see. I don't think she's really into gnomes, so she might not appreciate it. Okay, so those are those things. And I'm working on the last thing. Is that the last thing I'm working on? Yeah, well, I'm working on other things. I have a whole long list of whips, but if I'm not talking about it, I'm not working on it. The last thing is another Valerie's Summer Sun hat. And I'm making this for a coworker whose name is Miss Green. And so she wanted a black hat, but I put green sparkle. And then I was working on the brim, and I switched hooks too fast to a smaller hook so that the brim would tighten up without having to put like florist wire in there to make it look like a brim. It was too much. It was curling. It didn't look very good. So I ripped it all out. So now I have to redo it. But that's all I have. There's another dragon from the same student who, this is another How to Train Your Dragon. I've never actually sat down and watched any of the How to Train Your Dragon movies, and now they have the live one coming out this summer, and so I have to watch all those so I can see the live one. I know they're good, I just haven't sat down and watched them. It's harder when your kids are older and they don't watch stuff with you. Okay, so that's all I've been working on. That was a lot. I thought this was going to be a really quick episode. I'm already 17 minutes in. Okay, acquisitions. I don't know if I showed this acquisition to you, but if I hadn't, I should have. So let me show you. So Diane Brown of Suburban Stitcher had a birthday sock package you could buy, and so I bought it. It's for her shiny happy birthday cowl, which she wrote that pattern. And I tried to look back on my YouTubes because I don't have notes. My notes are kind of scattered. I skipped some episodes, writing notes, just because of things that were going on in life, and now I'm sad I did that. But I couldn't find it. So here's the sock set. She was inspired by an oil slick, which I used to love looking at oil slicks and seeing the rainbows in them. So of course I had to have that. And then her favorite color is pink. So there is that. And it also came with some stitch markers. Beautiful. So apologies if you've seen this already, but it's pretty, so you can see it again. Okay, so I got that back in April. And then I also got the Woolen Women Fiber April box. Let me show you that. So I have a 3-month subscription, and then I accidentally subscribed for 3 more months. Oh, hold. Okay, so I accidentally subscribed for 3 more months, but now I've canceled my subscription because I need to stop buying yarn. Plus, I'm going to go to DFW Fiber Fest in September. I can't promise I'm not going to buy yarn there, but I need to stop because I need to keep using up some yarn. Okay. Oh, I just realized what that was. Okay, so let me show you the extra goodies first. Oh, I need to do that. So you can pick if you want a crochet package or a knitting package, is my understanding, and it comes with a pattern. So the pattern is for crochet. The Cozy Alpine Plant Pot Cover by Juniper and Oaks. I don't have a picture to show that for you, but You can look that up. Here is the project bag of a Derby Fascinator hat sock sack project bag, which is very lovely. It has a canvas strap, and there's their little logo, and it's very pretty. I'm not into the Kentucky Derby at all. It's inside, but it does remind me of Easter, kind of, so maybe this will be my Easter bag, because I don't have an Easter bag. I'd like a religious one, but this is what I have. So is that, so we'll see, but I'm not going to use it yet. I'm going to save it. Okay. Oh, the box had a little, sorry, dragging it. And it says, and we're off to the races. Put on your most extravagant fascinator hat, sip a mint julep, and bring your luckiest attitude. We're knitting and crocheting at the Derby. I should have said that first. It also came with a keychain placard with the perfect mint julep recipe. So I'll have to try that. I don't know where I'll put that, but I have to try that. It came with lanolin lotion bar, most stylish hat, woolen women's fibers. That smells really good. Okay. And it came with a Freedom Rose candle, soy wax candle, hand poured, Bohemian Rose, honeysuckle, and magnolia. And it does smell like all those things. Here, can you smell it? That's what I'm doing. Smell this. So cute. And then here is the yarn. And I think this is beautiful. This also looks like Easter. This is the Kentucky Derby yarn. With the mini, I get the DK weight, 100% superwash merino, 230 yards, 100 grams. Colorway is Kentucky Derby. Look at that. That is gorgeous. So, very excited about that. And then I got my May Yarnable. I think I showed my April Yarnable. So here is my May. Now, this is the third time I have not gotten a card that tells you what you're getting, but that's okay. So the colorway or the package is Squeeze the Day. That's the theme. So I got a Studio O car air fresheners, which is tropical and citrus fruits, a set of 2. I have not put this in my car because I was saving it to show you. Cute. I'll give one to my sister. She loves smelly things. It came with Citrus Delights Meyer Lemon Candy. Petty in a Box Basic 3-Step Pedicure. Lemon Quench. Has a sea salt soak, a sugar scrub, and massage butter. I haven't even opened this. I'm not... Do I want to? Oh, it's just little packages. So here's the box. And it just has little packages that look like jars. That's so cute. So now I can try that. Got to get my feet ready for pool season. Got a new swimsuit. Very excited. And then the yarn. So I get the Plush DK 50 gram with a mini skein. And this again is Yarnable, which is a subscription service by Hypnotic Yarns. Their subscription is a monthly subscription. It's not always open, but you can go on their website and put your email information in, and then they'll email you when an opening comes up. So this mini is Spruce the Juice. My colors right here. that upside down. And then here is the Squeeze the Day main skein. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. And I've seen the sock version knit up by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady, and I cannot wait. And even though these greens do not match, green is green is green is perfect. My favorite color of all time. So I am gonna put those together, I think, maybe, is the plan. Okay. Well, good. I'm really glad to have shown you those things, because just sitting around waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting for me to retire so I can knit them up or crochet them up. Okay. Knit is just more of a satisfactory word to say. Okay, I also got Fangirl Fibers had a Haunted Tea Party mini skein set. I thought it was going to be like a countdown for Halloween and wrapped. I don't know why I thought this was the way it's going to be, because I think it said when you ordered it, this is not wrapped. It's not a secret. But I just decided. And I need, this is their 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, fingering weight, 87 yards per 20 gram mini, Haunted Tea Party. And I don't know why I got this, except I thought, I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. And I love Fangirl Fibers, but I was looking for tonals. So I don't know why I bought this. This is not tonals, but anyway, grab more yarn. I did feel a little guilty though. I think this was some stress buying. I'm trying to show it where. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So if you have any ideas for this, let me know. Because my whole thing in buying minis, well, is to add to my sock blanket. So could do that. But also to make socks that have color work in the cuffs. Since I have the Summer Lee's color work cuff subscription, I have Stone Knits colorwork sock collection. I have mini doodle collections, which those are DK weight, but I'm sure I can change it up. Anyway, I don't know what to do with this. So let me know if you have ideas. Did you get this? Would you feel guilty? I have since then done really good about not buying stuff. Okay, except I bought a Tunisian, I heard about this somewhere. I don't remember, a YouTuber talked about this, but I got a Tunisian hook set off of Amazon in a rose gold bag. And here is the hook set. So look, I have everything. Oh, I think I showed these already. And the cords. And it's good because I'm taking a Tunisian class at DFW Fiber Fest. So I think I showed these already, so I won't show these again. But that I have gotten this in the past couple months. And it was on sale, so that was really good. Okay, is that it? Oh, no. One more thing. So, Teacher Appreciation Week was last week, and one of my students' moms is a crocheter. And look what she crocheted me. Hello. Look at him. He is beautiful. This is Sir Grape the Dragon. Another student named him Grape, and I thought he needed more dignity. Look at the nostrils. Oh, can you see them? Oh, the shape is perfect. Look at the eyelids. Oh, that detail. And these eyes. I need to ask her where she got her eyes. Those are gorgeous. I sit in my recliner and pet Sir Grape like he's a cat. and I hold him and snuggle him. He got lots of love the one day he was at school, but I had to take him home because he got a little bit of rough treatment and some ends were coming out. And so I said, okay, you guys have already seen him. Now he's mine. But, oh, I love him. I love him. I love him so much. He's perfect. The stitch detail is perfection, and you can't see any stuffing coming out. Look at his cute toes. Look at those ears or gills or ear gills. And he's made with that soft, like velvety blanket yarn. Oh, his spine, I just love to fluff and play with. It's so good. I'm seriously addicted to this guy, and he's gonna be with me forever. Yep. Anyway, so thank you. You know who you are. Mwah. Love him. Okay. Oh, and then one more thing. So I had, well, two more things. We had our last crochet club at school. And for the past 2 crochet clubs, what I did, because the kids are they just come now and sit around on the floor of my room and wait for me to hand them candy. And they're not really crocheting. I had a huge tote of yarn that has morphed into a giant tangle of yarn. Like they've pulled out all the usable yarn, and then it was just a serious ball of tangled yarn like that big. So it was getting hard to pull yarn out of there. They weren't bringing hooks. I was having to supply hooks. They were having to borrow from friends. They weren't bringing yarn. They weren't working on projects. And so I'm trying to get rid of some yarn that I don't use anymore. Like I don't have a reason to make amigurumi since my kids are grown. I don't have grandkids. I won't be working for a little bit anyway. So I don't know that I can give toys to coworkers. You know, I don't know what the future's going to hold for me. So I decided to get rid of like my red heart and stuff that I'd gotten from an estate sale that I didn't know what to do with. So I have a whole bunch of vinyl goodie bags that a neighbor had given me. And I mean, a bunch, like 500 of them, I think. And so I made up 17, I think I had 17 goodie bags the next to last crochet club. And I put in a couple of skeins or a couple of used balls of yarn that were kind of coordinated, either in the color way or the brand. And we had a drawing, and if I put all their names, I had them fill out a Google form that their names went to the wheel of names. I spun the wheel of names. If it landed on them, then they had to show me what they were working on. If they were working on something that minute, then they could get a goodie bag. So that was a huge success. I had 2 kids not win goodie bags because, of course, you never make enough. And I had brought some like balls of yarn I had split up and wound into smaller balls so that people could have yarn if they hadn't brought something. They got all that. And then the last week was the last one, and so I did more. And this time you had to be working on a project and have at least 3 rows done, not just a chain. And so I got rid of a lot of yarn, and the kids were really happy. So, but I'm glad Crochet Club is over. That's a good feeling. I have my last concert this week, so that'll be a good feeling. My retirement reception is this week. That'll be good. A friend of mine, he's retiring this week, so I'm going to his retirement reception. That'll be nice. There's a 3-day weekend coming up for Memorial Day in the United States. That'll be fun. And then my last week of school. Cannot believe it. 31 years of teaching, and this is my last week coming up, well, in 2 weeks. That's crazy. Like I can't believe it's ending, but that's okay. I'm excited for the future, and I'm extra excited. I registered for DFW Fiber Fest. Maybe I'll talk about what classes I registered for next week or next time I see you. But anyway, okay, that's it. I'm done. I told my husband he had to stay out of the living room until I was finished. He's probably ready to come out now. So I am going to sign off here. I hope you are enjoying your time, whatever you're doing with yourself. I hope you're learning something new, being inquisitive about something. I need a really good tagline. I need that. Let me know if you have one. Bonus points if it includes crafting or inquisitive, not inquisitor. That would be a different topic. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now.